Alright, if you're seeing this, congratulations that you're invited to the group interview, and congratulations that you find me here. First of all, I'm shooting in my bed room at my dorm, and it doesn't have the best lighting. I tried the angle everywhere, but it doesn't work at all. So you will just have to bear it with me, okay? The chances are you probably already know what it is and how that works, but you don't know how to ace this. And what I'm going to do is not to dictate you, do this, babe, because it doesn't work. And what I'm going to do is to change your mindset, because mindset is something that you develop in yourself and could be applied in any situation, in any group interview. First and foremost, you are a good leader. I had to redo this. And what I mean by a good leader is not the one who dictate everything to everyone or force their opinion to everyone else. But what I meant by a good leader is that person who could initiate the conversation, who could respect others' opinion and could respond well to others' opinion. I like to think that there are 4 groups of people based on their type. The lowest part are for those who are not engaged in the conversation at all. Maybe they engage, but their contribution is really, really low. It doesn't matter if you are smart or if you have a lot of perspective, if you read a lot, but if you are scared or if you just think that the time is not right, you will be those kind of people and you will not get what you want. Third of the pyramid, there are those people who are, well, I don't want to say self-centered, but they just talk a lot. They talk a lot about their opinion. They do not give other opportunity to speak up. In the group interview, you have to provide the relevant opinion and you have to collaborate with others. You have to discuss something. You're not going to talk about your speech the whole time. Alright, moving on. There are those who are good team players. And I encourage you to be good team players if you are not able to be a good leader. Those who are good team players, they are very engaged in the conversation. They speak when they know the answer. Knowing the answer is not just because they know it's right, but it's just what they believe in. I'm going to talk about this specifically later in the video, but for right now, let's just say they are a good team player. They want to provide opportunities for others to speak, but also are engaged in the conversation. And at the top of the pyramid, there are those people who are I encourage you to be those kind of people. Maybe you say there's already someone else who is leading the conversation right now. So what I'm going to do? Alright, so if that's the case, it doesn't matter. You could always be the second leader. You don't have to be the leader of the whole team. But what you could do is try to be more engaged in the conversation, try to relate with others' opinion, make the conversation flow better. And I really want you to be a good leader, not just because it makes you shine. I want you to be the best, but also because it is also beneficial for you as well. For example, if you initiate a conversation, if you are the one who talk first, you could lead the conversation to where you want it to be. For example, the whole passage has a lot of aspect about cat, airplane, president, etc. But you only have this kind of knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge about cat and you have no freaking idea about president or about airplane, but you have to pretend that you know it. So you have to talk about your overall opinion first, but after that you could specifically talk about cat, which is what you have knowledge in. After that, the person who talk after you must say something about cat too, because the whole point of group discussion is to collaborate with others, to respond to others' opinions. So at least they will talk about cat. Last but not least, about good team leader is that I don't want you to think that everyone else is your enemy, because by thinking that way you would make yourself think that you have to be the winner, you have to make other look bad, which is not the point of group interview. You want to support each other, but you don't have to do anything to do that. You just have to be respectful to others. This actually leads to the second mindset, which is listen to what they are saying. Some people just focus on themselves. They are self-centered. They just want to talk more and more. But if you are in a group interview, obviously, please listen to others. And please take notes. If you have paper and pen, please make use of it. If you don't have them, please use your mind instead to take notes. Because once you take note, it's easier for you to generate what do you want to talk about. And the way you respond should be structured. The thing is, when you take notes, you could easily know which part of his or her or their opinion that I agree with and which part I disagree with. By doing this, you will be seen as a positive person. You're not going to say, I disagree with this because of this, but that could be great. I agree that it should blah blah blah. But in my point of view, this part of your opinion will not work because of blah blah blah. That is better than I disagree with that. Probably you do that because you are nervous. You get what I mean? When you are nervous, you just don't structure your words, you just blabbering, you don't take notes. That's why taking notes is important. Third mindset, there is no wrong opinion in a group interview. So you don't need to feel shy, you don't need to make sure that it is so true, so correct, what the interviewer wants to see in you and how you progress from reading those articles and then collaborate with others and then interact with others. So there are no wrong answer. You don't need to worry about it. So what you have to do is just speak up when you have any ideas. Please, there's no wrong answer in a group interview. The next mindset is evidence is powerful. The thing is, when you provide your opinion, you should give example. And the best example you could give is evidence. So if you haven't started reading newspaper or headlines in the news, you should probably do that if you still have time. But if tomorrow, if your group interview and you don't have any knowledge, you didn't read newspaper previously, it's okay. Because what you could do is you could provide the example based on your own personal experience. And this is also a great evidence because you give a concrete example. For example, they talk about medicine, traditional medicine, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know anything about medicine in this word. I just know it from my personal experience. I never read anything, but fortunately, I have a concrete example. My grandmother, she had cancer. 9 out of 10 hospitals did not recommend the use of traditional medicine. So that could be a concrete example. You don't know if I am lying or not, right? Actually, yes, my great-grandmother had a cancer, but it doesn't have to be necessarily like 100% true, but at least you got something, right? Alright, on that note, I wish you a good luck with your group interview. Take care.